from an area that's kind of well known for prostitution and things like that. Is that what you're out doing?
I guess so.
Okay,
Hustling.
hustling. I get it. Yeah, we that's 100%. All right. And so, how old are you?
26.
26. And so, are you homeless?
No.
No. Okay. So you kind of in and out the hotels.
No, I stay at apartments.
Okay. So you have
Yeah.
apartments. Okay. So you just come over here to hustle.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, I mean, you're 26. Do you have like any kids or anything like that?
One.
One. Okay. How old?
8.
8. All right. And so, where does the kid live with you?
He stays with my mom in Columbus, Georgia. I'm married to a woman.
You're married currently.
Yeah, but we're not together, but we're married legally.
So you're legally married.
Yeah.
Okay. What age did you get married?
I think it was like 23, 24.
Okay, it's about 2 or 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Plan on like getting like a legal divorce or anything like that?
She is, I guess.
Okay. Was that like your first relationship with the woman or?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not gay or anything.
So she appears to just be just floating in the wind. She like fucking tumbleweed or something, just rolling down the street. Like this Raggedy Ann. This is Raggedy Ann, baby. And not
Man,
to try to poke fun, but goddamn. Then she go on to say, I've been married to a woman, but I am not homosexual.
I'm not homosexual. Hell, I'm out here hoeing. I got an 8 year
No,
old.
I'm hustling.
I'm out here hoeing. I got an 8 year old kid at home. They mama's a hoe, and they know it. It's an
Ain't
8 year
at
old.
home, live with my mama, with my mama.
There you go. There, yeah. The kids. You know what? Best that's for the best for sure. That's a plus. That's a silver lining on this fucked up dark cloud that the kids ain't with her, cause she out marrying other women, but she just don't get it misunderstood because she ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? None of that. She just was married to a woman, and then a woman them going to prison. You know what I'm saying? This is a real life harlot. This is like biblical. Like she ain't got no shame. She's snorting and shit. Like she got the bull ring. What are we doing? She she snorting like a bull. Got the bull ring. She rough. That's rough. That's hard. That's a hard life. She out there talking about she ain't gay. I guess you can't be gay. You out there hustling because your job. I'm sorry, because your career really, the stipulations of your career, you really can't discriminate. You know what I mean? Whether whatever come through with bread, you must appease.
Just love who you love, right?
Yeah.
All right, I get that. Did you have both your mom and your dad in the household?
I was raised with my dad.
Okay.
I was raised with my dad.
Okay. And so, what
He
was
was
your
from
mom?
Africa, so he was like really strict and shit.
Where in Africa?
Togo, West Africa.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Shout out Togo, West Africa, man. All right. And so, where was your mom at?
My mom was in New York. She like left the family with like for my karate teacher and shit. It was just all went all out. I don't
Wait,
even want to talk
what? Okay, so
She
hold
was
on.
on drugs and shit, so she left with my karate teacher.
How old were you at the time?
Like 11.
So,
I said
okay,
this
how many
last time. The theme of broken people coming from broken people, you know. And here we are, because right now her baby's with her mom, who's just quote unquote. So we thought it was better. And,
Oh,
and then let's go back. She said she grew up with her dad.
mm-hmm.
She said my dad was strict. Young ladies watching, and in the future, stop this. My dad was strict mess. He was from Africa. He was strict. That's code for he didn't let me do what the hell I wanted to do. Which
Seriously.
you can't do the hell you want to do. So say you end up on the goddamn streets. Understand? There's a
Man, oh
recipe
man.
for this shit.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm sure there's probably maybe a small percentage, maybe 2%, maybe 5% of these people who are out here and they come from great homes and great back. But the majority of these people, I promise you, the writing's been on the wall.
Yes. This is bad. Like I said, broken homeless individuals more times than not come from broken homes. It's just what it is. Like just floating in the wind, just blowing in the wind like a not a tumbleweave like that raggedy shit on top of her head. Seriously, this is bad. This is like this. This was someone's child. This is someone's child. and she out here like running away. So what? She end up moving to where she at with her ex-wife to go just trick. We gonna move to this different town together. We gonna go do what we gonna do. Then her friend probably got more addicted to drugs and got wild with a pimp and end up in jail. These ain't real. Y'all do understand? These are extreme existences. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got the an existence like, being just like a regular Joe Smo is down here, and then being a billionaire is up here. Like that standard of living, that lifestyle, that path is subhuman. You ain't supposed to just wind up a harlot of the night and going in wherever the wind blows you. You just don't know where you at. You ain't gay, but you married to a woman, you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff. And your child is with your mom, and she doing good, but your mom left your dad for your karate instructor. Where is we get? And she got addicted to drugs. I'm sorry.
She was a fiend too.
Yeah, she was a fiend and a karate instructor, and they, holy smokes. Sick. Man, this is not normal. This is not a normal. This is a hood normal. This is subhuman. We ain't supposed to be doing this. That ain't supposed to be in existence for a human. This is there you go. This is a mockery to God. That's what this is. This is Lucifer in truest form. Lucifer has one job, and that is to make a mockery of God's greatest creation, and that is mankind. It's the only job he got. When you see this is a whole demon. To hell with these goofy movies, The Exorcist, that's your demon. That's a demon right there. In full-fledged horns and all. Why? Because she is making a mockery of God. In her very existence. And that's the devil. No human wants to be like this. She don't want to be like that. She don't. Trust me, she don't want to be this way. But she fucked up. She all fucked up. But yeah, this is bad. These are demons. There's ghouls and goblins walk around outside every day. You ain't got to go to a cinema to see them. They out there. And this is one for sure, for sure.
One brother, one sister. I'm the oldest.
Okay, and so you were taking karate lessons.
Yeah, I guess they both figured out they did drugs.
And your karate instructor, that's who your mom ended up leaving with?
No, yeah, she left my dad. Yeah.
Ooh, how did that go down? Like, was it like a blow up type thing, or did she just one day she just wasn't there?
Yeah, she just left one day. Wrote my dad a letter and shit.
She wrote a Dear John letter?
Type shit.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, how did that affect you growing up?
I mean, I was sheltered as a child. Especially my dad, he's from Africa, so like it was just different, you know.
Well, what I mean is, like one day your mom was there and everything, and then the next day she wasn't.
My dad, took over everything. He barely knew English, and so he took us to Africa and everything. I had a good childhood. I wasn't used. I'm not used to the streets. Like this is new to me.
There we go. Ain't nobody used to the streets. Seriously. She said, I was, and I bet you was. Most young girls are sheltered growing up. I was sheltered. My dad took us to Africa and all. Seemed like a good man. And as most girls do, you went far, far left. And you end up in a situation. And hopefully.
There you go. Let's pay attention to what's happening here. So her dad was strict and all this, then took her to Africa, all that. She claimed she had a good childhood. It's the mother that's coming off on because she the one smoking crack. She the one running away with the karate instructor. She the one wrote this Dear John letter, and now the daughter's sitting there trying to wave down to John as the dude doing the interview. He's sitting down trying to work.
And he faded her. He like, no. She like, okay.
So, and you got to see mothers, look at y'all are so powerful, just not in the way y'all modern women think. Look at the hold y'all got on your own children. She wouldn't be nothing like the daddy. He strict all this, gave her a good childhood, all that. But she wanted to be like her mama. And she out there in these streets. trying to be like the mom. This is not the father's example. She has stated it at least twice. This is the mother's example that she is following. Plain and simple. Know where your power lies and act accordingly because the kids' futures depend on it. Your damn power and influence ain't in your pocketbook. It ain't in your timeshares you own. It ain't in that that C class Mercedes you paying $700 a month for. No, it's in the
And
babies.
I mean, did you miss your mom?
Yeah, of course. But my mom, she has my son now, so she
Okay,
takes care
so
of my
that's
son.
who's taking care of your son.
Yeah,
And so, where's your dad at?
my dad's in. My dad's still in DC.
He's still in DC. Does he know that you're out here living like this?
Barely.
I mean, he does or he doesn't.
Kinda. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I
The
mean,
last time y'all talked?
I only talk to my dad when I'm doing like good in my life.
So when was the last time y'all talked?
A couple years ago. And I know his number by heart and everything. I only talk to him when I'm doing good in my life.
Do you miss him?
Of course.
So why don't you just reach out to him and just let him know that you're, still alive
He
and
knows.
everything?
My mom knows. So I mean, I reach out to my son. So
This is as bad as it gets. And here we are. We still searching for a name for this show. I got it a playlist called it Cart Before the Streets, but whatever it is, I think this is going to be impactful. Hopefully we can raise awareness and save some lives. Cause this girl here, man, like, come on, man. Like Willie said, some stuff we fantasize in movies and stuff, we'll understand when this is right amongst us, zombies and such, right? So we got to understand these things. This young girl, like he said, she don't want to be out here, but at the same time, how do you save her at this point? You could try to save the baby, but man, it's rough trying to reel her back in. So
You
just go.
know, it's some rules of the wild that do, also cross over to us humans as well. In the wild, a lion cannot afford to get, gouged by the horn of a water buffalo or a gazelle. These wounds are fatal. They can't survive because as soon as you get wounded, you become prey. The predator instantly, that quick, becomes prey. Someone now come to eat you because you can't move fast enough. As humans, especially as black folks, if you ask me, some mistakes we just can't make. Some roads we just can't travel. You just can't traverse and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get off now." Like Kevin said, some people just can't be saved. There's a word, it's called a casualty. You don't like it, it ain't cool, but it's a word for a reason because it happens. Casualties of war, things destruction, things get destroyed, people die in prematurely and in terrible, heinous ways.
I was gonna say I don't want the all police to come into the chat room to the comment section. We ain't up here speaking all. So don't tell me about some woman that was in her position that cleaned herself up. We all know these women. We just
Yes,
speaking the probabilities. As I said
yes.
before, we just speaking probabilities. Not saying every woman in her position can't clean themselves up and do better. But like he said, there's gonna be a lot of casualties, and we gotta take the rose petal glasses off. We
Mhm.
can't be this optimistic about said things. We got other things to worry about, you know.
Mhm.
So
When you look at this instance of this post sister, you you should be able to look at your own daughter and say, "This is not what you do. Pay attention. This is failure. This is destruction." Any parent out there that's just blow this off or think light of this, I deem you a not shit parent if you think this is just light and that all well we go through phases and shit. There should not
no,
be no runaway. I'm not gay, but I'm
no,
married to the same sex phase.
no.
Addicted to drugs. Seriously, the
There
list
you
goes
go.
on.
So yeah, that's the flip side to it. There's two things. We ain't saying all. So I want the all police to come in the chat. And
Mhm.
I don't want the extreme optimism community to come in the chat saying how we all go through these phases. No, the fuck we all don't.
No,
Let's stop.
no. Yeah, man. Mental illness is real. I mean, just her trying to answer these questions. The interviewer asked her, "Does your father know you out here like this?" She said, "Well, yeah, kinda, no, maybe, sometimes." She gave every last one of them answers. Like, it's just a void. You can't. You got. It's nothing. She ain't giving you nothing. She's sitting there talking to you. You think this brother out there thinking he having a deep conversation, like he about to start tugging at some heartstrings. Motherfucker, them strings done been cut. Ain't no strings to tug at. She trying to flag down a John in your face. She gonna make you eat it, motherfucker. Keep talking if you want to. She gonna make you eat it if you keep it
How did
up.
we get like this? So I mean, so growing up, you said that you had a good childhood. You traveled internationally, which a lot of us in this community don't do. How do we get from that strict household, traveling internationally, to being out here and hustling?
To being in a strict household, because when I first came out here, I thought it was fun. You know what I'm
So it was
saying?
like
Because
letting loose because you just was so bottled
yeah,
up.
it was fun, but like then I understood. I had to understand that like people really gotta live like this, like day after day. Like you know what I'm saying?
What age were you when you first started doing this type of work?
Um, it was like 5 years ago, I think.
It's about 21 or so.
Yeah,
And I mean, before that,
I
so
really don't have the time frame on point, so I
well, it's okay. Was there like a need for money? Was that it as well?
yeah, definitely. Especially when I was with, I mean, this life really started when I got with my wife. So yeah.
When you got so was she like your pimp?
No,
No.
no,
Okay. Was she like a more masculine type?
yeah, she's
Okay.
out here now, but she's more girly now. Like I got her dressing girly.
Were you attracted to her as more masculine or as more girly?
I don't know. I don't even think I really. I don't know what state I was in my life to marry her.
I mean, because you married her. How
I
long did y'all date
know.
before you married?
I like listen. I think I was like in a coma because when she
What,
met me, I was mute. So like
you was mute, meaning you didn't talk?
I didn't speak.
I can't let this
I,
keep going. It's a lot going on. So
Oh
first, she
my!
said
Let me hold up,
the
time.
way, hold on, the way she keep talking. Hold on, she keep talking. I'm gonna forget because I'm gonna forget like she keep forgetting. Everything's a blur, and she is purposely shit. Like he said, "How old were you?" She said, "I really don't be remembering like time. Like shit, just it's so many dark nights. She ain't fucking keep." Like he said, "How old were you?" She probably been on there since she was fucking 18, 19. She like 20. She don't really know. She
She
don't
don't.
really
That's
know.
why she. When yeah, she like he's like so since 21. She said yeah. Then she always give that. I don't know. She don't know.
Then it got so bad, I guess, along this road that she went mute.
She people please. I tell you what. All you heard so many people claiming the spirituality and all this shit. If y'all ever watch The Exorcism, what's the first thing they usually do? They go into a coma or they go mute. And then all of a sudden, she just don't even remember why she ended up marrying this whole woman and end up in this mess. If you ask my goofy self, if you ask the old 80s crack baby, I say that's possession. She is possessed. Nothing she says makes sense. She is extremely confusing. Another another works of the devil to confuse. And that's all she doing. That interviewer has not gotten a straight answer yet because she can't get one because he ain't speaking to a human. She talking about she went mute. I tell you, that's dark. I tell you, going mute. What type of trauma does the body have to go through to go mute? Where you simply can't speak. Anytime they show this on TV shows, it usually was extreme sexual abuse. Yeah. Anytime you watch CSI, those shows, the little girl, it was usually a little girl that goes mute, and it's because extreme sexual abuse.
Holy fuck, man!
She went mute, Kevin. That's you said these were some motherfuckers.
So she said she was in a dark place before she met her wife. Her wife met her in the darkest of places,
When she was
and
mute,
she said she wasn't even speaking. And next thing you know,
she started sucking on her pussy.
they out turning tricks. And she said, "Where's she at?" She said, "She's still out here somewhere." She pointing around. She around her somewhere. I got her dressing up now.
Yeah, y'all supposed to be separated. was in jail, but now she out
Look,
here.
you just contradict herself right there.
You see what I'm saying? But like I said, excuse this vessel because ain't a human talking. Like I said, that's bad. That's bad. What you saying? This is the purest form of blasphemy. This ain't what we supposed to be. This is not a standard. This is not a standard of life. This ain't it. It ain't it. And you know what? I can appreciate the background. That cold, still ass building. It's cold and lifeless out there. Thought it was fun, man. Huh.
My baby father
All
had
right.
like damaged me. So like when I met her, I guess she was the only one to depend on. So yeah.
What happened between you and your baby father?
He put me in the worst he put me and his son in the worst homeless shelter in Atlanta called Task Force on Peachtree and Pine.
Whew, Peachtree and Pine.
Yeah. So
Oh, Jesus. So
my
what
baby
happened?
had got scabies there and everything. So yeah.
But why did he put you there? Why couldn't you stay with him?
We were arguing. I'm like, at least keep my child.
I was about to say he didn't keep his son.
No, but he's good now. He's taking care of his son now.
I guess the wagon circles themselves full circle, and it can all be true, right? I'm gonna get a disclaimer, but it all comes back on some evil man who has driven her to the brink of insanity to the point where she stopped talking, and then he threw her in some place where she caught scabies. The fuck?
Listen here. Lord knows this ain't making no sense. A man can't throw you nowhere. Seriously. She just said, for one, let's slow down. This one, brother Joe Schmo worked for Amazon. She was dealing with. Let's get that understood. We attract who we are. This was Nug Nug Ultra too. He wild motherfucker. He probably kicked her out of his grandma's house. Tell the whole truth, Grandma. She gotta go because there's some wild. Yeah, it ain't like they had a place. No. She out here hoeing, doing drugs. It wasn't nothing like that. It was wild. It was a very wild situation, and she just wound up in a homeless shelter. And we had the person she made it with has zero response. They all casualties. They all just casualties. That's a fact. It's just all bad. Yeah. She said that this brother put me in the worst homeless shelter in Atlanta. Just you know what? You gotta the accountability. You just start to see how low the accountability is when they start talking. And
Not yet, not one word yet.
you will never, out of any of these videos we cover, you are never going to see accountability wrapped up in any of these scenarios. It simply can't. That's like an oxymoron. They don't go hand in hand. That I promise you. Because I'll go even this extreme. If a man found himself so down bad that he found himself on the curb with his clothes and a handkerchief on the end of a stick, an accountable man still gonna say, I ain't gonna be a burden to society. I'm gonna go ahead and make my way into the nearest woods and try to make something smack. That's a fact. I ain't got time to be shaking no cup, because that ain't gonna ever work. I'm gonna go into the woods and make a legend for myself some way, somehow, or die in the process. But it's all fine. But I shan't be begging society for a damn thing.
Again, the long and short of it. So okay, let me ask. So growing up, did you go to high school?
Yeah.
Did you graduate?
Yeah. Yeah. I had ended up going to Job Corps, and I ended up working at a nursing home called Sadie G. Mays, and I always wanted to be a mortician. So like, I was doing like some internship shit in a funeral home in Decatur, but that didn't go very far.
When did you move here to Atlanta? What age were you?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember. I've been in Atlanta for a while. Though.
Was you a teenager?
I was 18 when I moved to Columbus, Georgia with my mom. Then I moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
I went to Job Corps. So Job Corps been closed down since, I don't know.
A few years now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I mean, I guess things was kind of left already when you was a teenager, because I mean, to end up at Job Corps, you didn't necessarily go through the traditional high school, graduate, and all that type of stuff. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, that's why my dad kicked me out.
Okay, so
'Cause
that's what's going on. So
yeah,
so what was going on? I mean, you was in a
I
strict
don't
household.
know.
So did you? Okay, so let me.
I
I'm
was the bad one because my brother and sister they graduated and all that shit, but not me. Like,
so I mean, let me ask. I mean, did anything happen to you during childhood?
no,
No.
no. I never got none of that shit.
What age
I
were
didn't
you
get
when you
beat.
lost your virginity?
18.
18.
Yes.
So all this behavior started before you even lost your virginity.
I
I mean,
mean, I don't like. I used to watch
was it
porn.
drugs?
No.
No.
A little bit at a time.
Never. Never.
One rock.
Never.
Half.
Tried it one time.
Ah, I knew I had. I can smell it. I can smell it. Anybody coming here having used crack, I can smell it. I smell a little crack in you.
Okay, you were saying you used to watch porn.
I mean, it wasn't that deep. I think every child did.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, once they
listen,
got
trust me, I know.
old enough. But yeah, it wasn't. I don't understand. I told you when I met my wife, that's when things started.
Well, it sounds like things were already left. I mean, if you had to go to Job Corps, you got kicked out by dad. You know, like,
Yeah,
why'd you get kicked out?
because I failed. Because just wasn't paying attention to school. I was just bad.
I mean, looking back on it, can you figure out why? Maybe.
I don't know. I just wasn't. I just didn't care.
This poor soul. There, and like you said, there ain't 1 ounce of accountability. Accountability has packed this shit and left out the fucking facility. Accountability long gone.
He trying to get to it. He trying to dig at it, and body language is amazing. She turning her back to him at this point. She like, I'm trying to get the fuck away from you because you trying to make me be accountable. Then she a retreat. Like, it's time for me to go now. You starting to back me into a corner. He said, well, damn, you start doing this before you lost your virginity. You weren't molested. Like I said, you watch these crime show movies, CSI, all that, and usually the person that goes mute because of some extreme sexual trauma. And I'm just as surprised as the brother doing the interview. I'm like, okay, I definitely saw some sick heinous shit coming. She like, no, didn't lose my virginity till I was 18. You know, good household, that was just bad. And there's more, just bad ain't it. You know, I tell you, I can only assure you that is some wild stories in that, just bad. That I can only assure you. And like I said, he's starting to push her against that wall and get that accountability. And she like, retreat, look, she got her back. She out of there, Jack. You shall not. You shall not, because accountability is what casts them demons out. I'm telling you. I promise you, accountability.
Yeah, she started off by saying she wanted to be a mortician.
Yeah, there
As
you
a
go.
young girl. So that was, like you said, you getting it's something near, man. Something on her back. Something got a hold of her, man.
Oh, man. She talking about she had a little internship, trying to be a mortician, dealing with dead bodies. I tell you what, black folks, y'all in their spirituals, y'all need to be, because y'all need to get back reconnected. You can't be weak like that, weak-minded. And you know what? I feel like that's why a lot of people wouldn't dare, look into the world of voodoo, because it's all accountability. That you got no room, zero room. You got to be accountable, 100% accountability. There's no excuse if you really want something out of life. And people, it's all about accountability, and accountability cast out them demons that's inside of her. You can't have it. You can't have both. If she starts sitting there and she starts saying, I'm trying to tell you, she's trying not to start getting emotional. She like, I gotta go, because accountability and them level demons, if she even say, yeah, I did this, the pain start to set in, baby. Start to set in. And she like, I be goddamn, I should not battle these demons this night. I'm about to go ahead and find me a jar. Go ahead and put some old disease, decrepit me. I can't get that. I can't do it. Holy smokes.
Right.
She
Yeah,
can't. No accountability. It's always someone's fault. So it's the baby daddy's fault. It's who did? She blamed the dad. She said, "My dad kicked me out." That is, your dad should not be kicking you out. So that's lack of accountability. No, I promise you that was not the case. But mom has done nothing. The crackhead mama that ran away with the karate instructor when she was 8, throughout this whole everything she has said, please understand why me and Gavin get on this gynocracy so much. The mother broke this household up. She started doing drugs and ran away with the flexible, big ass buff karate instructor acting all wild. Left her whole family. But this tormented soul here, this daughter, she done blamed the dad for kicking her out. She done blamed the boyfriend for putting her in the worst homeless shelter in Atlanta. She done blamed her wife, but she ain't gay. She done blamed her wife, for making her all crazy when she was mute. But mom has yet to do anything wrong, anything at all. She has not casted any blame in her story on mom. Please observe. Please observe.
Take note, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. That's going to be a theme. Keep note. We early in this process. We early in this series, and let's keep an eye on this and see who is holding mom accountable. I'm sure dad always going to be held accountable. Let's see. That's it. We're